Lover 1972 here, also known as Brian, of course. So, as I've said, I'm going to take a vacation to Japan. So far, I would say I have about $725, but it's in a CD, so it's appreciated to, is that the right word? Appreciated, $733. And it's been in the bank since April of this year, rather. So I have to wait till April of next year to either take it out or just let it sit for another year. But I wanted to buy a few things, and one of which I'm going to show you, and some things have come up, which I really can't disclose. You'll have to forgive me for that. But, well, John Lennon said life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. So I do plan on going to Japan, but there's a few things that are sort of taking priority over that, and I'm not going to disclose what those things are. So, but they're important. So, anyways, but I am planning, once I do a few things, I'll be saving up for Japan again. So it's not, I am saving for Japan. It's just things have come up. So you have to deal with life and things. Well, I can say just a tiny bit. I have an iPhone 6S, and it won't operate within less than a year, I think, on my, well, probably in correspondence with my Mac that I have, my MacBook Pro from 2014 that you're watching me on right now, and just operating on the Apple operating system. So I'm probably going to have to buy iPhone 8. So what can you do? I hate doing it, but if you can't use iPhone 6S and it just doesn't work, I might have to apply that tax money, because last year I took my tax money. I think it was the previous tax year. That money was $725, but this coming year, the tax money, I think I'm going to have to put a lot of that into buying an iPhone. So what can you do? But anyways, I'm babbling on and on. So let me get to what I wanted to show you. And I'll show you something else that I bought. It was only $2. But anyways, the first thing I bought wasn't $2, but it was I would say fairly cheap. I bought, for example, I bought Ben-Hur off. I've shown that in a previous video. I bought Ben-Hur off of eBay because it was cheaper than Amazon and Barnes and Noble. The big box set of Ben-Hur, not a small one. The special. I'm looking at it across the room. It says 50th anniversary Blu Ray, and it was still in the shrink wrap. And I can't remember if I just said a second ago, Barnes and Noble and Amazon had it on for like $60, but if you bought it off of eBay, it was like $30. So I bought it off of eBay, brand new, in the shrink wrap. So this particular movie I bought, it's not in the shrink wrap. It's a used copy, and I would say usually when I buy used copies online, I basically find no problems with them after when I watch them. Like scratches or getting stuck somewhere in the movie. So I usually don't have those problems. Incidentally, mentioning things getting stuck, I did buy. I think I only watched the first film in it, but it was the three films by Samuel Fuller, and one of them was The Steel Helmet, which is set in during the Korean War. And while I was watching it, part of it froze on me, and I think the rest of the movie played through, but it froze for a few seconds, and that was a brand new set of movies. In the shrink wrap. I bought it during a Criterion sale, but I've never had that kind of bad luck during a Criterion sale, or basically hardly any other sales, or when I've bought DVDs and Blu-rays in the past. But I'm going on and on. So I bought Chernobyl because my friend says this film, TV series is unbelievable. Like, he didn't say unbelievable, but he says he didn't want to tell me anything about it. He said it was that good. So, and I saw something on YouTube about it, and why it was such a good show, and I like the image in the front there. I thought it was like a statue, but it turns out it's a guy with a canister and like protective clothing because, the radiation, I guess. Because everybody, even if you don't watch the show, I guess it's a show or a mini series, even if you haven't watched this, and I haven't watched this yet, everybody knows Chernobyl, or at least people. I'm 47, so I was like a teenager when it happened. People my age or a little older than me, or maybe a few decades older than me, and maybe some kids in the 80s might remember Chernobyl because it happened in what year was it? 86. It was this nuclear reactor or something in Chernobyl. I think it's Ukraine. And it just had these disastrous effects to the people in the town. I guess it's sort of like the atomic bomb at Hiroshima and Nagasaki kind of effect, but I think it was worse. But anyways, I'm looking forward to watching this, and I had to get it. I felt tempted to, I really wanted to see this, and maybe I could have ordered this at the library where I work, but I wanted to see this bad, so I gave in. And then I got for $2 because I work at the library, and in the basement they sell used and new DVDs and Blu-rays. So they sell vinyl too, and they sell books. But they had a Blu-ray of this, and I have this on DVD, and I don't know if it's whether it was worth it to buy it or not. I don't know. I like this film a lot. It's one of my favorite Steven Spielberg movies. It's Schindler's List. It says meticulously restored and pristine high definition, supervised by Steven Spielberg. Disc 1's a Blu-ray. Disc 2 is a feature film. The DVD feature film. Sorry. Disc 3 is the DVD part 2 of the feature film, and the special features. I guess the special features are not on the Blu-ray itself. The DVD that I owned previous to this, and I still own currently, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I might give it to my friend. I probably will. He takes priority, if he wants it, and it's a double. The one I own, the one I've owned. This one, I've owned this for a long time, maybe early 2000s. I can't remember exactly when I bought this. It's a two-sided disc, meaning you have to flip it over. It has a nice picture there. I like that photo. And I thought to myself, why should I buy Schindler's List? See, it's a two-sided disc. I'm inserting this in between. I'm recording this after the video I just taped, or not taped, but the rest of the video you're going to see is the continuation of what I just did, and this is after that. But I'm putting it in between because I forgot to show you this. What I'm talking about, it has the list is absolute good. The list is life. Itzhak Stern, played by Ben Kingsley. I like that image. So that's what I was talking about, but you didn't see it. Um, so now I'll go back to the regular video. I said to myself, why should I buy it? Isn't it good enough in black and white? And it was only $2. And I don't know. Maybe it doesn't really have any special. I mean, here it says voices from the list. That was on the DVD. It says the USC Shoah Foundation story with Steven Spielberg. And then it says and more. So maybe it's all the same stuff, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe this is a stupid buy for all I know. But I thought, Schindler's List, it's a really good movie. It must look fantastic in Blu-ray. But I don't know. I mean, I'll say like La Dolce Vita by Fellini. First I owned it on videocassette and pan and scan, which really murdered the watching of the film because you didn't see the whole image. And then there was then I bought my first copy of it on DVD. But the picture wasn't. I guess the picture wasn't incredibly fantastic, but it wasn't bad. But then I got the Criterion of La Dolce Vita on Blu-ray, and it looked beautiful. I think when you talk about Blu-ray with black and white movies, you're talking about good contrast, good blacks and grays and whites, and just a very good detailed way of seeing the picture and the sound. Although it's probably mono sound for La Dolce Vita. But, like, I don't know, Seven Samurai I have on DVD, and I don't feel the need to get it on Blu-ray because I think it looks good enough on DVD. It's in black and white, and you're getting a mono soundtrack at the time because they didn't really have stereo back in those days, I believe, because it was the 50s. And I think the case with Seven Samurai is even in its most pristine condition, there's still scratches on the film and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong on all that. Maybe like Criterion, which is the copy that I have, maybe they cleaned it up. They probably did. I don't know, but it's good enough to me. That's the point I'm trying to make. But anyways, so with this Blu-ray, you get the cover here. Inside, you get the typewriter. The list, and looking inside, I do see some interesting pictures. Maybe it looks, it looks better. Should I say? I don't know. I'm putting the discs. I want to show you the whole thing. I don't think there's any scratches on this. Hopefully not. But that's pretty nice. That's not bad. I like that. You get all that there. So maybe it's not a bad thing to buy. I guess they sort of get you with the special features. You have to buy the DVDs with the Blu-ray because the DVDs have the special the second DVD has the special features. So I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I guess. Well, I've watched it. I've watched it from time to time. Schindler's List. I know I'm going on 14 minutes here, and this is all I was going to show you. But what was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say. Let me stop it, and then I'll remember. I think the thing I was going to say was there's a what do you call it, a digital copy code, and I'm not, like I said in that video, maybe I can't remember exactly when I did it. It wasn't too long ago. I went up to Montreal and I bought some Blu-rays and I bought a DVD box set, and one of the Blu-rays was Us by Jordan Peele, and it had a digital code, but I said I was going to keep that for my relatives. So I wasn't going to share that on screen. And I think, I don't know if Black Klansman had one or not. I can't remember. It's right in front of me on the side of the computer. But anyways, what I'm saying is Schindler's List has this digital code thing too. But I'm going to, again, either share it with my friend or share it with my relatives. I'm not sure if it's already claimed. Probably has been because it's a used copy of the movie. But it's just a booklet that's in the the code is on the back, which I'm not showing you. So but anyways, that does it. I have been working on some garage band songs, and I just I've come up with a new strategy for doing garage band songs. I've thought of I've been doing a few of them not one track songs. You know, I haven't put like different instruments below or different guitar tracks. And what I've thought of doing is like taking an earlier part of the song where I'm playing the guitar and take a later part of the song and mixing both of those together at the same time. So I'm thinking of doing that, but it's whether I feel inclined to do so. I don't know when I'll do that. So, but yeah. So, and in terms of buying more movies, there is a Criterion sale coming up in November. So again, I'm getting more movies, but I'm not really buying a lot because I have a Barnes and Noble two Barnes and Noble gift certificates. I think one of them where the code on the back is scratched off. I don't think I've used that card. In any case, I got another one in the mail today, and I know some movies I want to buy with the cards, and maybe a little out of pocket because there's another Ozu Eclipse box set I'd like to have, but for this sale, it's just going to be like 2 or 3 movies, because I have to save money for various things and priorities, and I have a lot of stuff to watch anyway, so I won't keep you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the near future. Take care for now. See you later.